Time for our second speaker today, another former president of the club, someone whose speeches we love to hear. I know he's got a particular interest in the world of intergalactic science fiction. I evaluated a speech from him once, which was quite exciting on that issue. He's going to share with us today some poetry. Now, poetry is so important. That's why I love to hear it in Toastmasters meetings. We like to stretch the boundaries of our expression and what we do with our words, and just to take ourselves out sometimes from everyday type language and go towards a language that's richer, more expressive, can only be beneficial for us as public speakers. I'm delighted that his project today is called Light in the Darkness, here with a selection of poetry for the season, and it's a vocal variety project also. Light in the Darkness. Will you welcome to this speaking space Samir Malak?
Mr. President, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests, and many past presidents and founding members. Thank you for the warm welcome. I am coming to you as Imagineer Samir. I have, with the assistance and encouragement of our own Paul Omani, declared myself a poet last year, or perhaps the year before that. And I've taken to reciting poems at open mic night in a local pub. I thought I would share a selection of those with you to celebrate not only the occasion, but also light in the darkness. Hopefully this will give you some spark for those in the Northern Hemisphere these cold winter months. The first is Drinking the Sky. Raindrops splash into my cup. I drink good morning coffee. Look up into the sky and ponder the journey of a raindrop. From the depths of the ocean, twisted by tides, pulled to and fro by the moon, rising, surfacing, steaming. Steaming from the scathing scold of the sun, a fiery furnace forging chemical concoctions, 2 parts H, 1 part O, water from fire. The sun strikes the surface of the deep and the droplet rises, carried into cloud, swirling into the winds of the Gulf Stream, twisting and tumbling, a tear tearing through thunderstorms, lightning lashes, and the droplet tarries until still goes the storm. Cloud carries, and in my sky, over my head, condensing, plummeting, splashing right into my cup. I drink good morning coffee. I drink the ocean. I drink the sun. I drink the storm. I drink the sky. That's based on a true story. The next one is a poem that I wrote at the Eagle and Child, where some of my favorite Imagineers, C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien, used to gather together and share their stories and encouraging each other in their creative endeavors. It was my 50th birthday, and I had gone several days leading up and had not been struck by creativity. But on that day, I found an empty receipt and the muse struck, and the result was a reflection on time. So as we move into the new year, I share with you the shape of time. What is the shape of time? Is it Lengel's tesseract, a cube in 4 dimensions? Wrinkles or ripples reveal it as waves unfold on the surface of water. On the surface of my days, my life emerges like waves in water, tugged by the moon. But what's tugging at me to play out life? As the dance of my attention, every every second, minute, moment, every hour, day, week, month, year, decade. And that focus shapes my life, shapes my days, shapes my time. What is the shape of time? Is it wrapped in Wells' warnings, a machine to show us the machinations of our movements and consequences of our carelessness? The image of passing days and years, translating the transitions of tomorrow into today, flitting past like a film on fast forward, follies fall into focused rewind, reflect, and reflection reveals hope. Hope, like a rainbow's curve and color, are found just so where the sun and the rain conspire to focus on me. Folly or fear, friends or family, the shape of my days follows my focus. The surface wrinkles and ripples as I shift focus. The shape of my days ripple and wrinkle, bending bright light through dark rain, colors casting cares aside, a bow for the present as I choose to refocus. You choose. The shape of your focus is the shape of your days, is the shape of time. I have one more to share with you, but this isn't from me. I had occasion in the past few months to return to the US, and I met a dear friend of mine who had shared with me this image. A dilapidated old house. And she shared with me a sonnet she wrote, and I thought I would share it with you to kind of see in that dark time, in that darkness, how even the darkness can be a light. Ode to the Dilapidated by Mary Walker. What draws me to a dark and battered land, to fallow fields and fences by the way? Next to the weeping willow I will stand and think upon the beauty of gray days. Why the crooner's song of a love forlorn, the open heart that knows the death within? It is the loss of loneliness I mourn. It is the sound of silent snow and wind. Why do I love this house that sags and moans, this tattered curtain swaying to and fro? Beneath the glow of moon, I stand alone and sense the soul that calls out from the woe. No, it's not the warmth of sunny days I crave, but rainy notes of moments I have saved. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Samir. And how wonderful to hear about the context of the poems. A poem really can reflect a moment in our lives, a place. How wonderful to have those poems put into context for us this morning. That was rich indeed.